but making that far to begin with against a very strong pool of Southeast Asian players is pretty surprising. It looks like the players are ready to go. It is going to be Far and Malovent versus Vortex and Reaper. And if we are familiar with, these teams going on right now, it's that the past few tournaments, the past couple, have been dominated by Vortex and Reaper. They have been absolutely destructive. Now, we're not actually seeing Vortex playing on an Axe character right now, which is really surprising because that, like the Taros pick that Vortex usually brings to the table in both 1 and 2s, is very dominant. And I wonder if any of the patch changes from last week have anything to do with why Vortex may have wanted to go with this Bodvar swap instead.
Yeah, I mean, so far, yeah, I'm like, oh, there we go, that's one gone. Quick ground pound coming out from Far, stuffed the recovery, and now they're kind of collapsing onto Reaper. Got Reaper's recovery, Reaper is gone. God, they collapsed so quick. Their ability to just kind of convert and apply pressure from one character to the next was absolutely immaculate. I actually love the gameplay I'm seeing from Far and Mal here. Oh my gosh.
Far doing a pretty good job with the orb right now, getting the recovery back to the stage, but it is just a little bit too late. No dodge in time, and Malovent, oh, no, that's going to be the double, and that's 1 stock left for Malovent, 1 for Vortex, though. So went real deep for that kill, and went even deeper for apparently no reason, because he did hit the ground pound, and there are just, you wouldn't know that this is 1 minute into the game if you looked at the stocks right now.
Yeah, they're speed running. Their high, intense, fast gameplay is reminiscent of kind of what I'd expect to see in South America, with just how quickly the stocks are flying here. And these guys, they are just going. Now, Vortex is in red on his final stock. Reaper is also on his final stock. Far still has 2. Ooh. There goes Vortex, got deleted, and now it's all up to Reaper. I don't know if Reaper can do this, just kind of given how quickly these stocks have been falling. I mean, that's 1 stock. Nice end-tick coming out from Barbara right there. Going to look for a read on a jump or a dodge up with that recovery, but it's not going to hit. But, I mean, I don't know. We'll see what Reaper got. There it is.
Ooh, nice turnaround. Gauntlet ground pound off onto the side. That directional change coming out of the ground pound, of course, able to bring it back in towards the wall space and find that hit confirmation. And that is going to be game number 1 going to Far and Malovent, doing phenomenally in that first game. But just a wild game overall. I mean, only 1 accident. That's really surprising, in all honesty.
Yeah, it was a lot of gauntlet ground pound onto recoveries from weapons, right? And I think I might have seen 1 gauntlet Zare as well, because we saw a lot of stars flying. And I don't mean that people were dizzy. I mean quite literally stars were flying as the recoveries just kept getting stuffed. And on a stage like Shipwreck Falls, where it's like, oh, my recovery got stuffed and there's no wall for me to drift to, just know you're losing your stock in that scenario. So that's why that first match went so painfully quick. Malovent and Far looking very strong already as we head right into game 2, and they actually left Shipwreck open, which I don't know. Those gauntlets from Far were doing the damage. I don't know if I would have left this stage open after that, but yet here we are.
We're going to see a swap from both Vortex and Reaper. Vortex from the Bryn over to the Hattori. Reaper actually, no, the Reaper from the Bryn over to the Hattori. Vortex over to the Hattori from the, I'm mixing it all up. Reaper, Bryn to the Xavier Woods. Vortex, Bodvar to the Hattori. That's the correct one. All right, anyway, first stock gone. That's Malovent off onto the right side. Far about to follow suit, going up into the sky. Not quite dead just yet. Space program not in effect, but there it is, off onto the side, sending them out of the jungle, out of the oasis, and that is going to be stock number 2 gone. Red team looking a lot more dominant this game.
There we go. Wow, and interesting does it, like jump, chase, dodge, diagonal down into the end tick. It's not going to connect into anything, but not a bad idea. Here comes Reaper, has to dodge up, can't drift far enough to get the wall touch there. So we're going to have a reset stock count wise, but the red team does have a very slight damage lead here. And man, they are playing so close to each other. Like, they're not giving anyone any space. They're so close all the time. It's like tripping me out. They're just so, they don't back off at all.
Malovent coming in with the hammer, looking for a little bit of damage here. Reaper with the pop up top. Trying to find the KO off onto the ceiling. There it is. No, the D-Line not going to find that KO as the scoop is not going to find that KO off onto the top. A second scoop, maybe going for the Raisin Brand. Maybe will be what finds it if he finds another one in just a moment. Both of these, ooh, that is not the recovery that you want to help your teammate get back. He bounced them off the bottom angle of the stage, and that led into a KO. Far going coast to coast is not actually going to find himself losing that stock. And now going for the neutral sig, a recovery, weapon throw. Ooh, very nice. Did you see what just came out of Far? That was very pretty. Weapon throw into down light recovery. The pop-up from the grounded bounce off of the weapon throw, going right back into the down light. Gravity canceled from Far. Beautiful move.
Now we're at a point where the stock count is actually, this is extremely even, right? It's down to whether or not Vortex falls or Malovent falls first. And there we go. Far gets sent down to their final stock. Reaper still has 2. Here we go. I'm looking to see because I'm like, this is where Stomp Sayers start coming out. There we go. Wow, nice neutral sig coming out there. Oh my goodness. Okay, here we go. it's looking tough. It's looking tough. Hold on. Make it back. We got an air dodge. Oh, it gets caught. That's it. Yeah, Malovent's gone. Now Far has to do the 2v1.
Ooh. Getting reversed on off stage. Far with the ground pound. 1 stock still left on Reaper, so Reaper's going to be coming back fresh this time around. Good damage coming out from Far. Ooh, very nice movement too. Going downward on the dodge to avoid the follow-up from behind from Vortex is a very beautiful way to come back, but this might do it for Far. No, getting back to the wall. Oh, it gets the double on the neutral sig. Gravity canceled off stage. Reaper looking for a little bit of damage here. Far's doing a phenomenal job on the 2v1 right now, and might actually see a KO come out if he can hold on to this gauntlet right now. Weapon throw, gets the wall touch, dodges through the other weapon throw. Jumping quite a bit though. That's going to hit that wall slip pretty early, but gets back to stage. Reaper looking for a KO opportunity. There's the combo, pushing Reaper off onto the side.
Oh, he's not.
Recovery is going to stuff it out, and I don't think there's anything left. This is Shipwreck Falls. That's the most dangerous area to be, is the bottom corners of the map, because unless you got Lance, there's literally no way to get back.
Yeah, and even with Lance, right, they just throw a weapon and they're like, well, you know, it was a nice thought. But that was actually a great 2v1 attempt from Far there. And I was honestly surprised for how long Far was able to hang on to that orb as well. But in the end there, Far would have been able to make it back if Far had a recovery. I think that Sayer hit him out at the end. I don't know if maybe he might have done an unarmed recovery there. I don't think he did though. I think he did like 3 jumps and an air dodge because he didn't have the recovery because he just got hit out of it since he had done it toward the stage. So going right back to Shipwreck Falls, y'all really like this map. It blows my mind every time that they keep allowing this to happen. But Vortex does get a swap over to the Koji. That means we're going to be getting some bow action. That means we're going to get some tatami mats. It's going to be great. Let's see.
Yeah, and very interesting too, because like I don't know, maybe he wasn't feeling it in the last game, but like I thought it worked. I thought the Hattori was good, but I guess he disagrees and he swapped over to the Koji, which Bo is phenomenal, and don't take that any wrong way. We'll see quite a bit here, and that was picked up at the wrong place, and the downside, the tatami mat just dropped. You hate to see it happen.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but they're going to go ahead and play right past it. I mean, so far, still looking pretty good here for Team Red. They managed to find both KOs on both members of Team Blue. They're looking to extend their lead further here as Reaper kind of played off the ledge a little bit, maybe looking for a cheeky hammer recovery. Tries to go for it there, wants a quick gimp, isn't going to be able to get it here as we see Malovent coming and putting on some pressure of their own. How does Reaper stay alive here? Barely. Well,
just barely. Barely is the answer. I mean, he shouldn't have been able to, but he did. He got hit by the recovery. He like tapped the top blast zone just to check to see if it was there, and was like, nah, I'm not ready for that yet, and just came back down.
It's like when you're in elementary school and you jump to see if you can hit like the top of the door frame. You know, like he slapped it, but then came back down. Didn't quite escort himself out quite yet. But there we go. Nice little 2v1 conversion here. Whoa, fully charged that sound sig. Isn't going to hit anyone, but still really cool sig. One of the coolest looking signatures in the game, honestly, that Spirit Bomb. But of course on Garnet, she just chucks those giant fists at you.
Vortex going off onto the side, look for the ground pound. That is going to be Reaper finding that KO because Far already used recovery options. He is not going to be able to get back to stage from there, from that side air. Reaper off onto the side looking for the scoops, throwing the scoops out, trying to read the approach from Malovent back onto stage. That's going to be Vortex off the top, however. Far looking for a little bit there with the gauntlets as Malovent gets smacked straight in the face with the hammer as Far just holds onto the wall, just trying to touch on that wall space, and now is trying to find the way back to stage. Finds the side air and looks for a little bit more than that. Malovent dueling Vortex onto the right side semi-successfully. They're trading back and forth just a little bit, but Malovent doing a good job at holding it his own.
Yeah, Far and Malovent were having some trouble dealing with the double sword, especially Vortex. Vortex's sword for the past 30 seconds or so was going pretty much relatively uncontested. Wow, nice catch with the recovery there on the attempt to retreat to the stage high from Far. Or not from Far, but from Vortex as well. But even with that said, you're getting to the point where, you know, Vortex can start throwing out down tigs. You know, it's that range now. But there we go, Sidesy comes out, the Hadoken, the rocket arm there. Like you're playing Android 16. Just gonna go ahead and let it fly. And the D-Light recovery, I think, came out there from Vortex. Finds that KO. There's the down tig I was talking about. And Vortex and Reaper are able to secure game number 3.
It's going to be a great way to retake that advantage in the set. Had to tie it in the last game. This game, taking that advantage, 2-1 in the set, not 2 up. They'd be, you know, winning, right? They'd won the set already if that was the case. But no, they're one more game away from qualifying into the losers finals to play against Tiger and Jerry K to see who qualifies into the grand finals. And whoever wins that game will play against Alex and Godless. Typically, we see, you know, Jerry K, Tiger, or Vortex Reaper up there already, but now we're going to be seeing them maybe a little sooner than that. But maybe not if Far and Malovent are able to win here. Vortex and Reaper still haven't secured that spot yet. They're, you know, 1 game away, which is this one, but they're also just as far if Far and Malovent win 2 games. So something to consider at least.
Okay, here we go. So far, not too bad. Side light. Oh wow, like I love that conversion from Far there, right? Normally when people get that side with the orb, they just go immediately into that Sarah. But you see Far goes for the extension, goes for the neutral air instead, and then gets an extension that way. You love to see it, get that extra damage capitalized when people are asleep at the wheel. And now, I mean, even with that said, Far and Malovent are behind just a little bit damage-wise here. We're gonna see who falls first. The ground pound secures the first KO for Vortex there as the red team pulls ahead with a decent lead. Nothing too crazy. They can easily have this escape them in just a matter of moments here, but so far, looking good for the red team.
Vortex doing a good job pulling the ground space. There's a Tommy Mad finding it out in the top right corner, and that is going to be Far trying to get another stock in favor of them. That's still 6 stocks on red, 4 on blue, and those you know, blue stocks right now, Far is pretty hurt right now. If Vortex can survive back to stage and find the KO onto Far, this is going to be devastating for the blue team. Reaper already pushing Malovent away, just trying to separate this blue team even more. Good down air from Vortex to separate Far. The damage being able to just force Far off stage into an edge guard situation every time. Gravity cancel. Down sig once again taking Far out, and that is now 1 stock left for Far. Almost 1 stock left for Malovent, deep in the red on that second stock. 2 stocks left for both red team players.
Oh my goodness, yeah, man. Reaper on this sword. Vortex too, just their sword.
Ooh.
Oh no, what happened to Far there? It looked like Far had the gimp there, just couldn't make it back to stage. I'm not sure. I don't think Far should have died there, but now Malovent has to do 2v1. Oh. Well, I guess now I know how that interaction works.
I mean, I don't even know if I want to see that back replay. I don't want to know how that works. Oh, missing the recovery. That's a little unfortunate. Going to lose that combo. And Reaper does end up, you know, managing to take that back just a little bit. That was almost a KO. No, not that one.
Yeah, if he went for the ground pound there, probably, but doesn't even matter. They're able to clean that one up. And Vortex and Reaper, you know, aside from that first game, the other 3 in the set just kind of looked like they cleaned it up. And they won pretty convincingly from that point out. I mean, they went ahead and solidified themselves a spot into the losers finals here, where they're going to go ahead and have a shot against Tiger and Jerry K, right? So this is who Tiger and Jerry K, when they lose, this is generally the team they lose to, right? So this could very easily go either way. And it's a little weird to be saying that this match that we're about to see is actually the losers finals and not the grand finals, but it's about time that Southeast Asia blood rising up.
Yeah, I mean, we've been seeing it with Vortex and Reaper in the 2v2s and almost in the 1v1s with Reaper or Vortex.
They've gotten close.
But I mean, yeah, they really have gotten close. Like I said a little bit earlier,